Just 1 month after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, conservative podcaster Benny Johnson stood by Attorney General Pam Bondi and described in horrific detail a threatening letter that was sent to his home.
The individual who wrote me described why he wanted me dead. I was a white, cis, Christian Trump supporter. They described in great detail how I would be killed in an open field just like Charlie, how much blood would come out of my head and neck when it was blown off. This individual described orphaning my 4 beautiful children and widowing my wife with great joy.
Attorney General Pam Bondi says she plans to bring that man to justice.
We have arrested the author of this letter. George Isbell Jr. was taken into custody this morning, and we are charging him federally.
Joining me now exclusively, Benny Johnson. Benny, I reached out to you as soon as I saw this. It is horrifying. I've read the complaint from DOJ. There's a picture of the letter in here. It is absolutely grotesque. And it says that your wife, Kate, a mother of 4, is the one who discovered this. What was it like when she discovered this letter?
Well, yeah, thank you, Kaylee, so much for having me on. It was awful, and I'm still trying to comprehend how anyone could celebrate Charlie Kirk dying, how anyone could celebrate parents being under terroristic threat like this. Charlie, of course, 2 beautiful children and his wife that are left without a father and a husband. How could anybody celebrate that? And it's something that has hit me over the last couple of days, Kaylee, and it's that these people, by and large, they don't understand the joy that is parenthood. The Democrat Party is actually the party of childless individuals in America, 20 points more for Democrats, for childless voters. The Republican Party is the party of parents. They're the party of joyful enjoyment of the family structure. I know you know this, and the data shows this as well, Kaylee. It's something that I think is really profound when it comes to the threatening nature of these letters against families and against the families here in America, that you have to understand that there is a major cultural difference between the 2 parties, and that is that the Republican Party is the party of parents. All available data shows that. In fact, 55% of all fathers are Republicans in this country, and a recent poll, Kaylee, showed that of the #1 priorities for young men under the age of 30 that are Republicans, fatherhood is the #1 priority. And so when you're looking at the difference in how people could tolerate this, I think there's your boundary lines. Republicans are the party of the family.
Well, this individual, there's no doubt about that. And that is the #1 goal of Gen Z men. I remember covering that. When you read this letter, though, this individual, he talks about your followers. And let me read to you a quote he says about your millions and millions of followers. You all need to be exterminated. So this was toward you and toward every single person who ascribes to the movement that animates what makes you you.
Yes, and I don't understand where this hatred could truly come from, and it's hard to really reconcile it, especially when you come from a party of peace. We just want peaceful debate. But this is a party that is spiraling, and I think they've lost the debate, Kaylee, and because they've lost the debate, they are going to resort to violence. And it's awful to see. It's something that I don't want for my country. It's something that I want to see resolved, and the only way to resolve it are for Democrats to say enough. How many more of us need to die, Kaylee? How many more times do we need to see our president shot in the head? How many more times do we need to see Charlie Kirk's? How many more times do we need to see ICE facilities shot at? How many more Christian children's praying in churches do we need to see slaughtered? The Democrat Party and the leadership of the Democrat Party need to say enough is enough. We're going to reconcile with the extremist left wing of our party. We're going to acknowledge that we have a problem, and we're going to do something about it. But instead, Kaylee, they are nominating somebody for the Attorney General of Virginia that is calling for exactly what happened to my family yesterday. A man was charged for threatening my family to kill me and to kill my children. Well, Jay Jones, who's running for Attorney General in Virginia, he's on record doing the exact same thing, calling for the killing of Republicans and the killing of Republican children, calling them little fascists. Will any Democrat have the bravery to say he needs to drop out? We haven't heard a single one. We don't even see it get covered in the media. And so that is what leads to this horrific culture. We need to reestablish the family. We need to reestablish morality. We need to reestablish things that center people in a godly way, because what we were truly fighting, Kayleigh, is godlessness versus godliness.
Yes.
And when you have a centering of Christianity, you see life as precious because God created life. And so it is not up to the 10 Commandments that don't kill. And so it is like, as a Christian worldview, we see life as precious. We don't want to take it, and we want to resolve things peacefully. Unfortunately, when you're godless and when you have nothing else to ground you, you will resort to violence when you believe you've lost the argument.
Yeah,
and so it's terrible to see. We need to fix it.
Yes, well, we are praying for a hedge of protection over you, and great work by the FBI and DOJ finding that fingerprint that led to that potential assailant. Thank you so much, Benny Johnson.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.